Good morning, student. Today's chapter will learn regarding weather, climate, and adaptation of animals in the climate. So today's heading will learn regarding climate. Already you have seen about weather. Weather definition: a day-to-day climatic, a day-to-day atmospheric condition with respect to the humidity, rainfall, or any other climatic factor, or you can say weather factor, that is known as rainfall, are known as what? That is, at a particular place is known as weather. Already you have studied regarding weather, and we already seen what are the elements of weather: humidity, rainfall. These are the, and other factors are what? Temperature, we can say. These are all elements of weather, and other factors we can include. Now we will see about climate. We know that weather is forecasted, or weather pattern is studied by meteorological department. Okay, they will provide the information regarding weather in every newspaper, television, or radio. So in every day. So here today we will study about climate. What is climate? We'll understand by knowing the terms and condition and concept regarding climate. Meteorological record the weather every day. The records of the weather have been preserved for the past several decades. This helps us to determine the weather pattern at a place. The average weather pattern taken over a long time, says 25 years, is called the climate of the place. What is talking about here? How this help us to determine the weather pattern at a place. Weather pattern. But what is our difference that we have learned from climate and weather? That is the average weather pattern taken over a long time, says 25 years. If you talking about the weather in that particular place, what is the weather condition? That same weather is shown by several years, like 25 years, is called the climate of that place. Climate means the weather must maintain at that particular place for several years. The average weather pattern taken over a long time, says 25 years, is called what? Climate of that place. If you find that the temperature at a place is high most of the time, for example, if you go to Rajasthan, most of the time the temperature is high. In that particular, we can say the climate is hot. If you go to the northeast region, most of the time it rains. So in that particular place, we can say those area are known to be wet condition, or we can say wet climate. Here we can see here clearly. If there is also heavy rainfall on most of the days in the same place, then we can say that the climate of that place is too hot or wet. Hot and wet. Hot and wet. If you see in table, 7.2 and 7.3, we have given the climatic condition at two places in India. That is, the mean temperature for a given month is found in two steps. How the mean temperature? What is mean temperature? Means average temperature. What is mean temperature? Means average temperature. Mean means average. Mean means average. Mean temperature for a given month is found in two steps. First, we have to find the average of the temperature recorded during the month. In a particular month, what is the average temperature? In every day, that is, the temperature is recorded in every day. Minimum temperature or maximum temperature. But every day, the temperature is recorded in a particular month. And all that, for example, 30 days temperature we recorded. In each day, we recorded for 30 days. That is 1 month. In 30 days, 30 days temperature divided by 30 will each day average temperature will come. This average temperature are recorded, and this each month that average temperature is again recorded, and it is divided by 12. So it will give what? Again average temperature. That is known as, that shows that for several days, 1 year, or you can say 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, whatever the average temperature recorded, that is calculated, and that is known as mean temperature. That is known as mean temperature. Let's give the mean temperature. Here we can say, first we have to find the average of the temperature recorded during the month. Second, we calculate the average of such average temperature over many years, around 25 years, 30 years. If you go still for 25 50 years you will find same temperature, means hot climate in Rajasthan. You will find hot temperature. So the temperature is hot most of the time in Rajasthan. So you can say over many years we are recording the temperature is, the average temperature is maximum in compared to all the other states. If you compare to Jammu and Kashmir, it is very different. So that gives the mean temperature. The two places are Srinagar and in Jammu and Kashmir and Thiruvananthapuram in Kerala. If you compare these two states, you will find in this table 7.2, 7.2, you'll find month is given January, February, March. Each month the maximum temperature and minimum temperature is calculated, and the mean total rainfall also calculated. You will find in this is Jammu and Kashmir. This side, this is Jammu and Kashmir, JK. This side, Kerala, K. In both sides, if you cross check, January minus 2.3 degrees Celsius minimum temperature. In maximum temperature, what is the maximum temperature? 4.7. But in January, same month, if you see in Kerala, 22.2 degrees Celsius in Kerala minimum temperature. Maximum to 31.5 degrees Celsius. So if you see the rainfall, both in rainfall, here 57 millimeter and here 23 millimeter. If you compare here, what? It is cold and wet climate. Here we can say hot and here we can say hot and cold, wet region. We can say less rainfall, wet, hot and dry, hot and dry region. We can say. So if you compare both the table, if you will find the difference. You will find the difference. The temperature in Kashmir most of the time it is cold area. It is cold area. Here you will find Kerala, it is hot area. So according to this are the average mean temperature is calculated in each month, and that each average temperature is combined to give a mean temperature. We can say mean total rainfall also given. Most of the in northeast, most of the time it rains. So you can say that those areas are wet region. We can say wet region. This is how we can call the climate in that area is hot and humid. We can say, or hot and cold. So from this table, we can easily see the difference in the climate of Jammu and Kashmir and Kerala. We can see that the Kerala is very hot and wet in comparison to Jammu and Kashmir, which has a moderately hot and wet climate for a part of the year. Similarly, data for the western region of India, for example, Rajasthan. I already explained Rajasthan will show that the temperature is high during most part of the year. Throughout the year, if you go to every part of our country, you will experience different climatic condition. But most of the time in Rajasthan, most part of the year, it remains hot. The temperature is high most of the part of the year. But during winter, which lasts only for a few months, winter season, it will last for a few months. But all the parts of the year, throughout the year, you will experience hot condition or experience high temperature in Rajasthan. The temperature is quite low in winter season for a short period of time, but afterwards it changes to a hot climate. Similarly, data for the western region of India, for example, Rajasthan, already you discussed. So these areas are called, this is the typical desert climate. It is hot and dry in this region, hot and dry. The northern eastern India receive rain for a major part of the year. Therefore, we can say that the climate of the northeast is wet. Northeast is wet. So, so here we can see most of the northeast region, the most of the western northeast region, the weather condition is wet. So most of the time it rains there. So today's we already studied regarding climate, weather, weather, day to day condition of atmosphere at a particular place with respect to rainfall, humidity, and temperature. At a particular place is known as what? Weather, we can say. So already we talk about weather, but here climate, it's the weather pattern which will experience for several years. For example, for 25 years, 30 years, the same weather patterns are most of the time these are repeated. These weather patterns are repeated. For example, Rajasthan, the the weather pattern is most of the time there is, you will experience high temperature most of the part of the year. So those area that we can say those climate is hot condition, hot and dry condition. The climate is hot and dry condition in Rajasthan. If you talk about Kerala, it is hot and we can say wet condition, or we can say dry condition. In Jammu and Kashmir, it is called an dry condition, you can say. So these are the difference between climate and weather. Next, we'll study climate and adaptation. Climate and weather adaptation we'll study in next class. So I hope you have understood. If you are not understanding, then please message me, or directly you can call me and contact me. I will explain each and every topic. Thank you.